your late night sessions that you do by yourself, and then you live in a place where I know that place rains all the fucking time. I don't care if it's summer. That place rains. You skate in the rain.
So you devoted? Are you saying you devoted a skateboard to the rain?
Yeah, I had to. So it just.
What's the difference? It's a soggy board, or is it?
Oh yeah,
you spray it with something.
It starts to weigh, and you know what I mean. Everything about it changes, but grip tape and everything. But after it rains the first couple of days, and you're getting kind of precious about, at first like, it's raining, and I don't want to get wet, and you're like, you know what, man, just succumb to it, and be out there, just let it go. Everything's soggy. It's ridiculous. And you're like, then it's kind of fun. You're laughing at yourself. And you're like, all right.
Do you have a jacket on?
What are the tricks?
No, I know it sounds ridiculous, but everything starts to weigh, the shirt a lot, and then it starts getting, so you take off your shirt, you're just in a parking lot.
Has anyone wandered by?
Oh, for sure. You're like,
to see Rodney Mullen
this guy is
skating in the rain,
so you're just
soaking?
Skating in the rain like that.
What tricks are you doing?
Just basic stuff. You know what I mean?
What's basic to you?
Oh, come on.
Do it. Come on. People are listening. Give us a couple.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because you know how amused you get because you can laugh at yourself how ridiculous you are. It's like half cab impossible, or just like 360 flips or whatever. And like the funniest things, just like little kickflip to primo stuff or kickflip to. And
you're doing kickflip to primo in the rain.
Well, it's not like you don't have anything to slide, but after a while you can't. You know what I mean? You don't have so. You're just testing yourself. It becomes ridiculous because how much you slide when you hit the.
Oh, you mean when you actually land on the rail?
Yeah, because everything is extra slippy, and when the board doesn't quite, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So then it becomes kind of amusing to yourself,
Kickflip to like to primo.
What I mean? It's not
like, and then
come on. Imagine you guys just.
Come on. Don't come on me saying I kickflip primos. You're out of your fucking mind. We could be here for the rest of my life on no dead dry or whatever. No primo for me ever. Stop acting like it's very easy.
So one of those things. So the board starts picking up all this wet and it's all dinged up, and so it starts soaking in like a sponge. So rail flip to Casper or whatever. When you flick it and you start to see it spray like that.
That's sick.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then you just start laughing to yourself. It becomes fun, but that's that board just gets heavy and squeaks and everything about it sucks. But there's something about it that's so amusing. Like what I trip out because here I am at this age and I'm walking on the streets, double-decker buses. Like, come on, man, going back to London. Like, that's one of the first places you probably went, first place I went. But it's also a place that represents a kind of dream,
Okay.
And like, I'm still that kid off the farm, like no matter what. And so I'm there in London. I'm this old. I'm walking around the streets, and you know what it's like for you, especially you're crazy. Like, people like, hey, are you, and people generally, especially over there is a little bit more, I don't want to say, they're a little calmer in how they approach you sometimes, like, excuse me, and people come up and they're just so gracious. And you're like, man, what a pleasure. You're still doing this. And
you are carrying a soaked skateboard in the rain.
No, that was going to be my thing. I was going to say, excuse me, sir. I couldn't help notice that you were shirtless in the rain doing kickflip primo slides. Could you be Rodney Mullen by chance? Like, get the fuck out of here.
But it's just such a
no other person in the world that's doing that.
Thank you. But you're the feeling like, man, I'm still doing my thing.
Yeah.
It's what you're doing. It's what you're doing in the middle of the night. This is who you are. But when people come up and they treat you like that, you're like, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And I'm happy to meet you or walk with them. Like, tell me about you. And one dude's like a surgeon with a family. And he's like, he tells me the story of like, hey, my wife is also a doctor, right? And we're trying to raise our kids so that they don't feel they have to aspire to something for so-called greatness or respect. We want to teach our kids to do what your dream is. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's what you, like he's telling me this. And very cognizant that they're both, doctors, they're both MDs. And so when I met you here, I found myself telling my kid, like showing him your stuff. And I'm tripping out of like a generational influence of like,
but he must have skated in his youth.
Obviously, yeah,
right.
he did.
But we talked about that, how people carry that with them and you can see it on them, even if they don't look like a skater.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because, and I think, and look at what you're doing now. Again, not to cycle back, but come on, dude, look at what you're doing. Like, it's gnarly. And I was just talking to another friend about this, and he's just talking about, look, how many things prize, like, you're doing it for the sake of it, not for anything else. You're doing it for the sake of it until the wheels fall off. That shapes you. And those of us, and you don't have to be the best at all. It's just you do it for a matter of time. You continue to do it for the sake of it. That's beauty in itself.